Hey y'all, I'm excited for you to be back in my kitchen with me. I love it. And this week, I'm super excited to show you 3 different Crockpot meals that are all budget friendly, all $10 or under. So the first meal that I did this week was cheesy chicken and rice. So out of my pack of 4 chicken breasts that cost me $5.75, I'm only going to use $2.88 worth because I'm only using 2 chicken breasts that I'm going to cut in half and pound out really thin. Once I have the chicken all ready to go, I'm going to season it. I'm going to put some onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, salt, and black pepper all over them on both sides. I did not measure how much, but as usual, I measured with my heart. So put as little or as much as you like. Once you've got all your chicken seasoned on each side, go ahead and throw it in the crock pot. And then we're going to add in 1 can of chicken broth, a can of cream of mushroom soup, a can of cream of chicken soup, and a teaspoon of minced garlic. Now go ahead and put your lid on, turn your slow cooker on low, and cook for about 5 to 6 hours. Or you can cook on high for 3 to 4. About 30 minutes before you get ready to serve, go ahead and remove the chicken and shred it up. You can either do this with 2 forks like I'm going to, or you can do it with a hand mixer. Either way works. And then you want to add in 2 cups of pre-cooked rice, and then put the lid back on the slow cooker and let it go for another 30 minutes. After you let your rice sit in your crock pot for the 30 minutes, go ahead and grab an entire bag of shredded cheese. This is 2 cups, and we chose to use Colby Jack. That's our favorite, but you can use any kind that you like. Pour that in your slow cooker and then stir it around until it melts. This was a big hit in our house. My mom thought it was a little too spicy, but she doesn't do pepper. But overall, a cheap and easy meal, and everybody loved it. Next, we had Crockpot Tortellini Alfredo, and I promise you, this is probably the easiest recipe I made all week. It was a little pricier than others, but super, super easy. You start out with 2 jars of Alfredo sauce. You want to take 1 jar and pour the entire thing in the bottom of your crock pot. And then you have a 19-ounce bag of frozen cheese tortellini. Open that up and pour half of your pasta on top of the Alfredo sauce. Next, you just sprinkle over some garlic powder, as little or as much as you like, totally up to you. Like I said before, I don't measure, I just measured with my heart. And then I have a 2-cup bag of shredded mozzarella cheese. I'm just going to put half the bag on top of the garlic powder and pasta mix. And then we're just going to repeat the same layers. The second jar of Alfredo sauce goes on top. Then you'll layer the rest of your tortellini. And instead of more garlic, you'll just top with the last amount of that shredded mozzarella cheese. So now go ahead and put your lid on your slow cooker, turn it on low, and let it cook for 3 hours, or on high for 1.5 hours. Once it's done, all the cheese will be melted into the sauce and the pasta, and then serve it with whatever side you choose. We just went with some garlic breadsticks. My daughter loved it. It was a 10 out of 10 for our family. The last meal we had was garlic and herb butter chicken and vegetables. I had a lot of this stuff on hand, so it was relatively cheap, but it was so good and so easy to get ready before I went to work. For this recipe, you want to start out by putting 2 chicken breasts down in the bottom of your crock pot. Cube up 5 potatoes and 5 carrots. Cut them relatively similar size. And then place the potatoes and the carrots in the crock pot around the chicken. And yes, my chicken is frozen. I know there's a lot of controversy with that, but I've never had any issue with it. Once you have everything in your crock pot, you want to make your garlic and herb butter mixture. So melt down 1 stick of butter, add in 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, as much salt or as little as you like, about a half a teaspoon. And then you want to add in some cracked black pepper, about a 1/4 teaspoon to a half, whichever you prefer. And then you're going to add in a teaspoon of thyme and a half teaspoon of oregano. Mix that all together until everything is well incorporated. Now go ahead and pour that butter mixture all over your chicken and vegetables. Put your lid on your crock pot and cook on low for 8 to 9 hours, and everything will be super fork tender and fall apart and so good when you get home or at the end of the day whenever you're ready to serve this. We enjoyed it. I hope you guys did, and I look forward to doing more of these budget meals for you.